Ever feel like you're stuck in a loop, scrolling, buying, binging, just to feel something for a moment? Picture this. It's payday. You've worked all month. You deserve something nice. And somehow, without even thinking, that new gadget's already in your cart. One click, instant happiness. Except, it doesn't last, does it? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Our brains are literally wired for instant gratification, and the digital world, it knows this better than we do. It's not an accident that you can't put your phone down. It's not weakness that you bought something you didn't need. It's design. It's science. It's a system built to keep you wanting now. Welcome to the ping generation. Every notification is a promise. Every swipe is a potential reward. Every like, a tiny hit of validation. We live in an era where waiting feels like punishment. Think about how rewards used to work. You'd study for weeks, then take the test. Plant seeds in spring, wait months for the harvest. Save money slowly, buy the thing you wanted. The pattern was always the same: effort first, reward later. But somewhere along the way, we flipped the script. Now, we swipe right, instant match. Craving tacos at midnight? They're at your door in 20 minutes. Want to watch a show? No waiting for next week's episode. The whole season's ready. We've engineered delay out of existence. Two-day shipping isn't even fast enough anymore. Now it's same day. Now it's hours. And here's the twisted part. We're not even grateful for it. We're annoyed when the microwave takes 5 seconds too long. The line between want and need has completely dissolved. Every app, every store, every platform has learned the same psychological trick. Create urgency, trigger impulse, make them feel like they're missing out if they don't act right now. Flash sales, limited drops, streaks you can't break, notifications you can't ignore. It's not about what we need anymore, it's about that feeling, that rush of getting what we want immediately. And once you've felt it, once your brain learns that pattern, you can't unlearn it. So the question isn't why we're addicted to instant gratification. The question is, how did we become so easy to hook? Let's talk about your brain, specifically a tiny chemical that's running your life, dopamine. Now, most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the thing that makes you feel good when you get what you want. But that's not quite right. Dopamine doesn't fire when you get the reward, it fires when you anticipate it. It's the chemical of craving, of wanting, of what if. That surge you feel when you're waiting for the package to arrive? Dopamine. The thrill of scrolling TikTok, not knowing what's next? Dopamine. The buzz of pulling down to refresh your feed? You guessed it, dopamine. And here's where it gets dangerous. Your brain builds habits in loops. First, there's a cue, something that triggers your desire. Then comes the craving, the dopamine spike that says, I need that. Then the response, the action you take to get it. And finally, the reward, the temporary satisfaction. The problem? The modern world has optimized every step of this loop to be as fast and frictionless as possible. Now, this system made sense for our ancestors. If you saw a berry bush, your brain gave you a dopamine hit to motivate you to grab those berries now before someone else did. Short-term rewards meant survival. But we don't live in that world anymore, yet our brains still running the same software. Except now, instead of berry bushes, we have apps designed by neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists whose entire job is to hijack that exact system. Every scroll is a cue. Every autoplay is a craving. Every notification is a response trigger. And every like, every new video, every item added to cart is a reward. The more you feed this loop, the more your brain recalibrates. It starts to crave bigger hits, faster rewards, more stimulation. Suddenly,
Reading a book feels boring. A 10-minute wait feels unbearable. Delayed gratification? Forget it. That's ancient history. And the cruel irony? The faster we get what we want, the less satisfying it becomes. Because dopamine wasn't designed to make us happy. It was designed to make us chase.
But instant gratification isn't just about buying things or binging content. It's also about being seen. Social media took the dopamine loop and turned it into a full-time job. We don't just live our lives anymore. We perform them. We curate them. We package them into perfect little squares and wait, hearts pounding, to see if the world approves. And when those likes start rolling in, there it is, validation, on demand. But here's the trap. The approval never lasts. You post, you get your hit, and within an hour, you're already thinking, what's next? What will make people notice me again? This is the performance of life. And the applause? It's addictive. Everyone else looks like they have it together. Their lives look effortless, joyful, exciting. And yours? It feels smaller. So you scroll faster, refresh more, chase harder. This is FOMO in its purest form. The fear of missing out. Not just on events or experiences, but on the feeling of being enough. Here's what nobody tells you. The people with the perfect feeds, they're scrolling through your feed feeling the same thing. It's a closed loop of comparison, a system where everyone is performing for everyone else, and no one is actually satisfied. Because here's the thing about external validation. It's infinite. You can never get enough. One like leads to needing 10. 10 leads to needing 100. And when the likes stop coming, you feel invisible. So you post again and again and again, chasing that instant rush of being seen, being wanted, being enough. But deep down, you know the truth. That validation, as instant as it is, was never real. And the void it was supposed to fill? Still there.
Let's talk about what this is actually costing us. Not just our time, not just our attention, but our mental health, our money, our sense of peace. Living in a state of constant instant gratification is exhausting. Your brain is always on, always anticipating, always craving, always preparing for the next hit. And when that becomes your baseline, anxiety creeps in. Because nothing ever feels like enough. You're overstimulated and undersatisfied at the same time. You can't focus for more than a few minutes. You can't sit in silence without reaching for your phone. You can't delay anything because waiting has become intolerable. And that impatience, it bleeds into everything. We've lost the ability to be with discomfort, to sit with boredom, to wait without distraction.
But it's not just mental, it's financial. Instant gratification has turned us into impulse machines. That add to cart button, it's a dopamine dispenser. We're paying for convenience, for speed, for that instant rush. Subscription services we forgot we signed up for. Deliveries we didn't really need. Purchases we made because we were bored, sad, or looking for a quick pick-me-up. They call it dopamine debt. Little hits that add up to big consequences. And the worst part? The stuff we buy, the content we consume, the validation we chase, it never delivers the lasting satisfaction we're looking for. Because instant gratification isn't designed to fulfill you. It's designed to keep you coming back. We've mastered the art of getting what we want fast, but we've lost the joy of earning it slow. The pride of saving up for something, the satisfaction of finishing a long project, the deep contentment that comes from patience. Those things, they take time. And time is the one thing we're no longer willing to give. So how do we break free? How do we retrain our brains to stop chasing every impulse? It's not about going cold turkey. It's not about punishing yourself or swearing off technology forever. It's about recalibrating. Step 1. Create friction. Remember how instant gratification works? By removing all barriers between desire and reward. So, put the barriers back. Delete shopping apps from your phone. Turn off non-essential notifications. Log out of social media after each use. Make it just a little bit harder to give in to the impulse. That pause, that's where your power lives. Step 2. Reconnect with slow rewards. Start doing things that take time. Read a book, not an article, a book. Learn an instrument, paint, garden, cook a meal from scratch. These activities don't give you instant dopamine, but they give you something better, fulfillment, the kind that lasts, the kind that builds.
Step 3. Reward progress, not perfection. Stop waiting for the big win to feel good. Celebrate the small steps. Beat. Didn't check your phone for an hour? That's a win. Resisted an impulse buy? Win. Spent 15 minutes in stillness? Massive win. Visual, progress chart, small check marks accumulating. You're not trying to become a monk. You're retraining your brain to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. Step 4. Take real breaks. Not scrolling breaks, not a "I'll just check one thing" breaks. Real disconnection. Go for a walk without your phone. Spend a morning without screens. Try a full day, just once, where you don't buy anything online. Notice how it feels. The discomfort at first, then the clarity. Because here's the secret nobody tells you. Delayed gratification isn't about suffering. It's about depth. It's about experiencing life at a human pace, not an algorithm's pace. And when you give yourself that space, you start to remember what actually matters.
So here's the truth. Instant gratification isn't evil, but it's not freedom either. Real freedom is knowing you don't need the next hit. Real satisfaction is choosing to wait because you know what you're building is worth it. Maybe happiness was never about getting what we want now. Maybe it's about learning to wait for what's worth it, to sit with the discomfort, to build something slow, to choose depth over speed. Because the most meaningful things in life, they were never instant.